anyhow ne prono on femu man besemi kuminya ne otehunu on femu man enti aseme ne ose yasum Ghana yiye anya sape.
Why are people always chastising politicians? Why is it that all the time you hear people say all sort of things about politicians? Sometimes me Obi on more by your politics, I won't have a partner on the num potemu. Obey a politician now within 4-8 years. Now, brab all of a sudden will jump, will change. Now, I come here, Quessa Sabudia walk with some penny, Budia wa mobra. If you know near my woman, Yana, what? But yeah, Ghana, the Yamasuma Kata, Yanintin, Kofubua, Nebuya Quasia. Yes, say hospitality. Hospitality. Tiadia na ekwane nko yie kura mpo a so awo ahene din se hu na wasa mra ne nidie no wo ha no wo ahene wo fa bi oyo ohene ne nana bi ono firi ba bi e wo yo ohene a woni mo ohene pani bi woni mo obi ni mama yo ni bi manu ne ma panyi na ala ne akokane ayi nipa kura firi afiasa eya asase bata time bia no yesi ni fira ni beto boabo na ne na agina bi so tubo se nipa na bra bo niam a wo ye de kire wo ne nya de po so be anything. And I have a lot of documents here with me that we're going to speak to it. We speak to them and see bedin komo many openi ba ko oye Ghana ni ya amanyoni na Ghana be yo wakana adwene wa ese me amte hei so kodwa so na se bayere boafo atobi nyesa nsumi kodwa so kwa akoto mo na anom koto mo 5 kilo ni bi o me mo bag asam koto 5 kilo ni bi boys ni edi birthday bi nti o se ya anwa mo nti se de oto no ne yensu etobi sada kwa bosu kan ya wo ka abo no de oto no sa bi ne yensu eto bi kura de ne bo den sen wo de ti so otis ye kan sam de afagana ho a wo adaje atie bi Messi Jinaye. Why? Many or Alex Tete or a president of my citizen I Ghana. Or a Ghana ni Amanyoni, he supports NPP. But all the time he when he gets the opportunity Sama Ghana. It's Uko Facebook Live at Atinka 104.7. The video say be show when you have no idea. Informations we have in our bosom. I mean in my bosom. Any information get to Accra. It's Mr. Phone number na to Obrasona ye ni see be phone lines no announce so afre. Any question that you would want any question that you wish to ask.
First no business in Kwana na madwen was bet. Ye ya man yourself no. Efe me hu se o man Ghana chi ne kure me hu se Ghana chi
Ghana yem penokre yo meba me pacho meba se ya Ghana ye chi no kure nso ye se ye Christian country nyame ompe bone nyame mpe etro but it seems we keep on doing the Yesusu se enye ene ya to achi ofia ye ni nkomo citizen I mo hote say
oh nyame adu
ye de nyankopon ase na NPP nso our support on o mo so abra bot say
party no mam fa fidie so na minchia Atinka the kofar by papa yo de by nyame hia no
amen
onto ne nkwane
na mo tobi chairman to binko me maame adamfo pa no wow
oko US a ko me maame nchen
wow
me maame so ba
Ghana ha
o woni fie ne
ka
wotinem
oh wow
New Jersey
Wow.
Foreigner. Adwa mo ben.
Wow.
Me ma me anga se o. Ma me mo last born.
Wow.
One no ni kunu ti say.
Wow.
Enti papa me makoni fie Westland o sa papa.
Okay.
Nyamisha.
Amen.
Ghana da wase.
Amen.
Why ye nneoma bi a Bible say woni obi ma de ne de be kai.
Yes.
Nti nneema a waye no. Yakopon be kai ni nchirimba.
Wow.
Ne mamba nyambe kai no. Una say nyesa. Wo hu say opani bi a mra me fi scripture ne kakra. Jonathan, is it Jonathan?
The okay, yes.
No, and now the end ye into your career. Neo papa ye.
Yes.
Papa bia, ni huni pebia ya money dent.
I am a Fiboset.
I'm Joquasso. We am sim. Oh, what I say? It's
David in the tone said the deal. Yes.
Or no, but fine no. Intika, who say we will be a doya.
Yes.
Untumui. Papa we. Onyame be shira na che.
Amen.
Obekoso ayekese.
Amen.
Ayekese. Wa medi na kohwe abafo embom se momoni president. Papa, businessmen say wokro man ha me say omunye omadwen so mo be contest.
Cause omunye na kambo bi ba ko.
Kambo na mo ba. Na Ghana fo kire mo say ye wodoma mo. Obi ayale onu moduro. Politicians unye ska na o de akoto dan wa bruchire. No o de atoka as amani guest ni adan. Be papa yi wasom Ghana che
wankoye bi wo ho
already o de som Ghana yewra to binko mam soli na minchia nchira nka nyame be koso hira wache sikani a watenka edin sikani a watenka
edensi omo de dem one in a minute
na wo ko hu ni wai
yes
sikani
watenka
oh debi
your friends intensi
Atinka FM
enti michia me man Ghana o mampani Akufo-Addo ade ba ko ye ya de bia mde kai no se o say be a citizen menye spectator 2017 7th May 7th December yes when in asmo kan eno na mde citizen I Ghana
okay
e baby ye me da ne brofo kan wo say yenye citizen nam si David papa ya kansa na emu ye midu Ghana ye wo hoyi almost swear ubi in minister DC your friend say chief executive bia ye the flag yi and swear ye the manner or the akusin table so no didi ewu
they also ye no nye
ontiase
ye the Ghana nyina na asha
ntoko esi your friend say Libya your friend say na senya di friends say
Iran
Israel, any Iran one who say Iran soldier penny to Saha CDS problem on the starting you unima de oye okofa America for flag and ofa Israel flag and no the two from omra omudi university and utie
so
and a man kofo no on to kwande ne ho dade o enti won say omuku no ono ne first person mo target omuyi ni free ho na yen de ye flag minister office or the best half for ba also omumu flag no in America we do bia America we do bia efie bia mu flag si wo be shenko foka na ye flag no ye tiase ye so in near the mauma omo tiase ana so omo tiase e ho na ye me ha inti sisi wo soli nya kasa ade bi unim na wo kampe na obi a soli e fight you
because unim de ye
ebeche nsana Ghana be peja aje san de mabrofo ne back
sa
o debi nenti ne ekoso na abudam zaza o zanjoni na abudam zaza
say ja ye de ame atiase ye se cool de enya de wo se di hu nkomo kra
nesisi enya bet mami kan samcho about 52% and I think I take you over e mebun no about 52% essay ana eje me check me cross check say soja aban mra na enu na enye hu say edu 70% abese nkofo atie sikrumu
no mo ye demonstration
enti ehu enti
na sa amanyofo ne mo ayen
na wo mo depend na wo hu nkofo egu prison pacho wo yensem chuni da bi wo no obi che wo be 1000 bia wo nye 2500 crash wo afo ka konsa ho ana Kumasi prison na kasa okohwe nkofu igum na wokɔ a na wahwe the higher criminal say wotimi fa 548 billion busasa amroba ya che na oye best ultimate fa bi na obi the pen oba besia na wotimi afa 548 billion eba sikadada ni ma 5.8 trillion
oba besia
one person bank bi eni ho akọ obenya say sikarama wo no bank
atwene nkakra krasa
yeah onam ho okun na ne nsa gugu ne ho na ono ese wo ye lawyer ni a okọ school kram so nya third class ono o de akoto x600 edem omu iso x600 mienu wo mu fie ukọ kan ni nkofo ise o mati kwapai the chair party chairman yese ne ho dodo no onyame ma ne speed recovery
is the first vice na ejinemu
yes you are chairman buti pani nyame nka ho no ma ahoden a odi betimi aye ne kwaredifo ama oman Ghana ene party na homoden abafom nti opani gina wo na so yi na ye adwumaden ema party no maye na ye beso fa pepele ye tu baby eda na NPP efo ehome a ensiso obia buafu NPP wo Ghana adentia enso nyese na nado amaye bibio o ye niema ehu metimi de misasimbo se enkroma kra ka Akufo Addo challenge no because o ye adwuma enso nioma bi nhwe hanti ni nyina fra Ghana fo ni ozie obo Akufo Addo ni a eya manfo time amanfo TMPP a no mubuafu omti so mo kasa wo radio so a no mubuafu mo but omunya hu nti mesre odona na wo ho ma Ghana fo no yenkofui omanimre omhoso ntem no mo hwe maye.
So what do you think is the cause ama is the NPP aye time before Ghanaians?
Mesanchia General Secretary Chia Mira Compreko Pacho mamfu afidi so nchia Ira Juro Zebra.
Okay.
Ghana for Emribia
Juros
one principal man Mribia Ghana ohia mwa bia no momwa no ono oboa nipa oye nipa chen obia wo MPP kind of momwa no because it's a oye different man.
Okay.
Yamisha.
Okay.
Program.
Me da say na yehwa yenya nante say wajai Kennedy achidie. You a man for Kennedy, campaigning since you been a Kennedy boy.
Oh. We won come na yebedi.
Come on there baby Robert Shasi mfiri ha.
Okay. Oh Kennedy de oye memento. Enu akra me ni hia o me brekum.
Okay.
Nye brekum Bia nkwanta.
Okay.
Ni nua Ralph lawyer ni no Ralph Japan. Ne maame ewu ne maame yo hema.
Okay.
Na eyotumfo yere no no.
Okay.
Enti enra ekodi 1 week.
Okay.
Eko Sunday.
Okay.
Obeto me.
Okay.
You can't there me ni problem.
Okay.
So what I say. As MPP na omaye ade na how bia. Na kan nso fin say otake MPP a watake no. Problem na no. Enti otake MPP no atake no de na ma withdraw.
Wow.
Because I'm a citizen I Ghana.
Okay.
And I'm a support to party in the Union idea. Ubia kakra. It's a can uni who can't so beat me. I catch him say, men can party as
yeah.
And a party chairman soon who can't so beat me. I catch him. Now, can't mean them say, you wait, men casa macken. Me the first person at 2018. Men am a catcher and say, my son, that you say, Ukita frame side to me flat bell. I'll see no. Ne banner crack in it, a sending me. Message was SMS say ne papa me need papa din fi Facebook came by 2022 no start here me ko am start 2018 na me brand me cars with Ken nti why ne cancer now obi me the letter ko say me pejmo Ken and I'm the letter ko say me ko join NPP be e trouble ye nyina trouble baby wo ye wo voter region ka to aba me NDC ana wonim
sure
ye wo wan wo fin
if you are Santi region
e fa he
if you sit up on Kromampon temu ha
je wo beto aba ma ho
and me ma bato
enti ye wo akache a ka sa ma wo man DC
zamu
oh kroyi mu na ye traba e kroyi nyina baby ebe wo na hwan no se ye wo na wo ko school say okodwani MPP and e ma ne let say o de mfa kodwani MPP and NDC baby ebe wo no ene de wo ko ye back room ha no na o kan party na ti kan de me ni problem be me ankasa na ma rodro
Okay, if in a campaign,
yes.
But still, you sympathize with him.
Yes. Me ye Juma mano, but my withdraw. Send an affairs no. I want the army in New Bill. Minye.
Obi na bu abem.
So one say. Eso ni akwala ekofu. Na waka chense mudu ha obesu. Na mudu ho na wotwema. Next time no so ane niam a. Ono an ye koye bibi o campaign office. Ono an ahye me bo no aka che wiase nyina say wa wo di na chi bia no wo ye secure. Na me citizen ya Ghana man kasa amaken. Me what documents na me akoma Ghana man pani say onhwehwe mu ma me. Kan say me guarantee say me nam say yanchi wuntumi nti na ti kwa pai. Nti wo se ne bu afu me. Na se wo waro draw wa ho den dia se me so se na wo hwe onambo ken ne ma say nya 22
yeah 22
meboa nya 22 aha nti se obi ye ken na me ne ken ba hwan ne kan mo me without nti nipa 22 do obi ntimi defend na me na me ye nkwaze adwuma na ufin se me mfa mo adwen
it means you love Ghana.
That's it. Ono sa na otie o se Ghana first nti manye bibia na me ko ben no ni kredi aba me mu me woni ma ye business aye woni ma ye kwaso e foso but na me fin say me ye bibia nye bi e ba be kan na ban no nti my draw bibia nti say o na o preach for peace o se ni kredi ye ko university bia ni kredi na say omo a awia o man no na say ye nchi o na wo kra wo say defend o say o do ajapade esi ho amoma o fin say me no ase me na makoye bonsam. What does it mean? It's only a mini problem. Me all mine no. Me ni fan bet bibi ebie me madwin.
Yeah.
So what?
Say wo ko ba bia wo dwene ho mie no.
Da bi me de sisi no. Ekuo no se ne Ghana fo betiku na se na no ye rajuro ze brache 30,000. Ye koye obi adoye obi a ne ba liver. Nti ase no ene last week no my year letters are echo around government hospital 37.
Yeah.
Kolebu Rich Hospital, Children's Hospital, Achimota Hospital, Mikromoda, Government Hospital, Temale, and Kofo Bre, nti Kofo wa mwadi ombetimi asopoto a Kofo gu prison. A udu ha 1,000, na mi edina kotum. Omo sa na atimi bo ma, uni hobi mkra anyam bi hu babi mobo. Enye party a omde pen na wi ayesa, tina mbuza so omo edem no, hwan na betimi afa 540 billion. Udnanesi obi betimi afa.
Sika kese pa. Eti adia na wo NPP musese ya wo kan ayese enkofo show with different eye.
Papa bi ye friend no we na waba foforo no. Attorney General no. Amenka asem show. Oye niam bi na niam na oye no. Ase NPP fo ni hu ni opese o kire. Na ebi kura NDC fo ni bi wo kro monti ase. Ube hu okoko to bia no abeye press conference. No waka wow ye journalist wani ji hu ana wani nyi hu.
Oh maybe they ye information do but people think that or kasadodo actions should be the hallmark and IBP but I say the obaba bia no abeka kire I say information no dey to dwane ade
say ya na answer.
Oh yeah media for there we are okay with it.
Unim ni oya eno ye friend say public court odin kan bo wasenue mama oman no nti oman ni hu ne waya ukoduru court a judge ni sympathy ma obi
so who ye hindada
that is the strategy no but among for fin say or ton information or the or koba bia or kasado do there bi oyenim before nti say nya bo wasenue mu wo abontin wi a obua judge no ja wa edin
because obi abo
Ghana for edin kan judge wo dada na niema na ye party no nkofo bi wo ma o ma ya o magu party ni hu fi ansa na o magu na nado so hu fi because na nado de odo na nka be den ni nipa baako no watena so 8 years. The first time I mehu NPP minister road minister no wakobuto wo buagu na wuti ofie timi didi me na wona mo
to chemkra wan kan chiro bi
wasi 1 year no ema 67 million Ghana cedi in Isa
67 million
times 4 years ubetimi 67 million Ghana cedi kwasi amu akwata akwa na okasa na oboni seleso
Atinka FM.
Do you think ubetimi aye we parliamentary approval and what wo office adwam na no meka mbacho me na msha amu akwata se ungubu ruto no enem Niger cars Mali cars fa kwan so enam so free why adwuma no 7 years of minister of road why okoka say oka ni ense ka
NPP for no ye dada B for na because also dada B for no ye bibi na oka e wo said omo
na omo ntesa but mesre enema omama nema yenkofo yadodo so beti ye chief of staff baba wakoji Exim Bank oba besia waje over 90 billion so oni ni kunde kodo emufu efu no mando yeso mde kokra mu
amde kodo mufu
skanashi
yente ho ma ache
skanashi
and why do they
yente ho ma ache agensam see you know what you know because onim se okoye MP ayentime nche no oka abuka peli no ye MP so onim se dilitu loan bia agensam de man bia ne cat inti na nsan ya untumi de bai untumi se sika na omode bo no enye saa ne ba na account mu ni nyina agensam ti ne die agensam inti ono ne kra ne ya wo ye ne die ono ne corrupt no e buru bia de so
agensam ne ye hwan
si wo na no wo Exim Bank no
oda ho
o ye yi no se aban sesa de obeda o ma $20 million a obewie na ne de ebe 8 no mafa
are you sure
na o de say ebobowa me ni minim no unim nti nkomo na ye di no me di with ni kita me no me di me kita documents am
yonti ayi Mr. Tete he has on information and all kan wa ye di bi okọ obobo so kra be di okay aye masum sire ne nti
Atinka FM
na ni emeka hwe party ne me hu se obi e kan e ope na pacho mesre party mpenifo se ene me hu se your friends say swami MP no kasa okay FM me kran so me kasa okay mesre say party chairman for now aba no omo nyina inform na nsifo no mo toto
chairman buti
because first no nanka ye koto aba NPP o nipa eye ma obi akodi krum ema trailers kra na san lodu nipa ntozu kai ene deko it's media cabin ko a ba omi aye ne thank you to awie ka party nanka san so nye me pa cho to so what I say omon starting ko panko for chew say 1 month kra ene de ene yenkasa bebru ene internet ni ade nti no mbetimi aye nye se omo be say ska ko run bebru so mbe ye no e bia regions no mbe keka bom 16 region no mbetimi aye no tese be 4 pe na omo panko for chew ko fo bi ho a omo aye omo bone
Atinka
fo bi
FM
di om sika boa ye tese mani tua ba omo yankofo a Ashanti region omo bi om hu tese man no esandi sika ka ho omo frɛ no kra wonfa o say my brother is no man government and yet is no man presidency na uji sika ndie as a vice president inti eniemo ma ye na ase ne ye empenifo ni bi kra miti o ma thank you kra wonim ka won say o hwe ma nodness no mo omunya bibi o mo fin say e nyame na dia mo ala omunim se ne ke bia na nado satam ko fo che na de a omo ma ni ska ade be che na ogina wo kwan no wa be fie no abeda wase be ba wo me ade ne omo de ma ni nyina no wa na ase e da wa mboa wo so ko nti wa man ko fa we disable nkofo oh yawo no obi ho anya ne ode ma no oyo be se owo fie mpu na ba be odi appreciation
e be bre no
eno na mpese party for ni ye na yen hwe se obi anko ni kro ehin fa ne Yesu o kodu ya yesu obi anko kan onko omunko mukrum ko kan yo enko kan yo eni efe nsenso na na zede
yes senses ne kan nipa
na ne de kan a wotin krensi account me say first na ye to aba no ekom yunu pe na ne to aba Ashanti region eastern region yes about 19 we no me you odi maminyi we kra free maminyi adane krobo ho in free mo eastern and Ashanti
it's about NPP winning
Hong Kong is about 47%. It's me NPP winning. Esro ho for no. Eye but NPP no mu winning with asset no. Ni enka say NPP for empachew no mo nka say sisi abana ye beto no obi anko di krom ni enka no no nko register ho. Na yenhwe se obi afini kroma bankran bia kokuma ase nti manfra fo no na aka ye nkura ase omo so neto aba no mamulusu no
yes
nti wo de obi enko ni krom apart from say you obi enko nkrom ko ready sir na yen hwade say 101 NDC nya say 160 186 mu 88 na yen hwe so obi enko ne krom nko ready sir na yen hwe abato ye be hu who is who se mutimi nyi sit na mu de se cargo cow te se ne na first no mu man ko fu sika mu tua driver for mu fan ko fon ko no mu ko register masa na yen hwade ni yen hwe se voter for do so chen asante for no yen hwe se nordness ne do so e chen ni yen hwe se sit mbotimi agia na mutimi nyi because obi atinko no onye wa ba o ko 20 na so faka akọ mu pan ko fo che no mu ko back so mu ko to aba se mu be wini ana mu wini a yami NDC for catch and say Professor Mercy my 26 and ye di wini Ashanti region Mahama my 28.5 yes so my 30% yami etimi for so Emma 33 point something what say yami abe press conference da ununu da
no go am say positions almost chan kronya bipo
youth organizer NPP national youth organizer o se kambu kura anu abetwa to TikTok no ogina Facebook no odi vice president echi running mate na pochi enu oye commentator manapo na po enso ko kasa ba ku bia agire ko pachew na po camp wa hello kura agire ko pachew ena na odi nechi ena oja party na juma to na yami juma yami ye strategy work where your strategy ya di wini
Atinka FM.
Menya o letter bi ma menhwe na menkenkan. It was about how NPP mo appointed mo flag bearer ene ehon niema
we mpo de dada o de kenkan we ye to aba ne wie no omo mafia Kennedy no omo mafia Kennedy na me hu se da bi eniema ko wrong enam throw we de koma yura abudanko akufuado na me petition party chairman ma copy with the president say why free education ama Ghana for ye party no wanye bibia amfa ho a obi koton ne dan no akoton ne lankusa no odi akogina MP no olusu isi kashi no abasko ezero inti delegate issue no papa for party chairman na council of state ni omonkasa na munye hu bibi na Ghana for be kai wo se why free education na party ndi wanye hwe amaye inti ma party ni nya hyenso de se o nanado enema yi delegate system ni free ho every carry member to abadi bi na yemfen kayo it will be who letter no me de na am de call
yeah o de na de call ni ono ne de no chief of staff deputy chief of staff kra na de ono ne de na de baye it ma menkin kan mu nsem
efe ade no fe no mo ko ntokwa no me ye to wie mi hu way back se ba be problem omo na ese so me strategies
it ma
strategies ye di we o mind there and no mo yade
ma menhwe we no date no 26th February 2024 and sa issue we start say Republic of Ghana into efi presidency mo na ba office of the president ahino the president and founder Citizen I Ghana ona omo address you to dear sir concerns regarding free and fair elections in NPP primaries dear omo de bre woni. The above mentioned subject refers now to us. So the office of the president acknowledges receipt of your letter dated 14 February 2024 on the aforementioned. Not just say the womo no the award the coy no and also they will reply back. Although we recognize the addressee of this letter as the national chairman of the new Patriotic Party, we take the liberty to forward our copy of same to the chairman as a result of the serious and salient issues raised in the said letter. We are grateful for the provision of a copy and assure you of our determination to follow up with the party's leadership. Accept assurances of the highest esteem of this office. Emmanuel Adumwa Bosman, ESK, Deputy Chief of Staff, Operations. Wano ena a reply sa letter we ye.
That's my problem.
Now,
You assure me so bro for nyina no pedi hia me o na so mo kai nyina you assure me ko zize manye ene ni abedane ntokwa ye se ye tu afisoro se ye tu afimfimfini ye tu afirifom
mamenka won so de na kakra some paragraphs na
yeah nyina
okay the honorable chairman New Patriotic Party headquarters Accra dear say okay winning so no mpacho meba it's citizen idea nso a wonom etroye e de koye na nna nka osa me kan ne kane answer on only date no 14 February and the reply from the presidency was 16th February. It's in 2 days time no reply. It's mamenhwe had and also concerns regarding free and fair elections in NPP primaries. And also I have this letter. I hope this letter finds you in good health and high spirits. My name is Alex Kweku Tete, and I am writing to you in my capacity as the president and founder of Citizen Ghana, a civil society organization committed to promoting transparency, accountability, and democratic values in our great nation. Now, what was second paragraph? I am reaching out to you with a deep sense of concern regarding the electoral processes of the New Patriotic Party NPP, specifically the parliamentary and presidential primaries. Our organization has observed a troubling trend where the selection of candidates appears to be influenced by financial creation of decision-making power in the hands of a selected few provides aspiring candidates with the opportunity to buy votes, leading to an electoral process that lacks fairness and equality. With more questions, baby, maybe so. We believe that such practices compromise the democratic values that the NPP upholds, and it raises concerns about the ability of elected candidates to truly represent the interests of their constituents. If candidate secures victory by purchasing votes, it raises questions about their commitment to public service and their ability to prioritize the needs of the constituency over personal financial obligations. Wow. Okay, considering these observations, Citizen Ghana proposes that every party membership card bearer should be allowed to participate in the party primaries by expanding the pool of eligible voters. The party can foster a more inclusive and democratic electoral process. This approach would reduce the influence of financial considerations, as candidates would be unable to selectively buy votes from a larger and more diverse electorate. We understand the importance of internal party processes, and we believe that implementing such change would not only align with democratic principles, but also contribute to the credibility and integrity. Where Citizen Alex Tete and a Troye at the core Abaimu. Our DB become party chairman no more cake on 14 February 2024. No watch say any part kakrebi na wo mko to aba na yeso me delegate no mai presidential candidate flag bearer no mo akoyi MPs na dumire bi okromu a na yese mampani kura ka sa na yetete ye say asemasi de mintimi nya dwuma enti me MP a mepe no e na osem to aba ne ma no enti yesanse nipa ne yakakrebi nti ko wie say they were able to be bought. Yama won sika na wo mo beto MPs abai na no program bi asem kwabena ne wo so wonu onya fridge mienu yama no 5000 ahodo mienu wo ai so ho ene wo mo ne enti no na citizen ai kire se sa ne ma ne yade a ema nkofo no a wo mo petumi no wo mo timi tuatua sika ma nkofo bi enti yakoba ne sa ahonim mapa wo ne beboa party no na wo mo nya position no makoboa constituency no wo no abokanti wo so wo tua ne kawie enti wo ntimi nsomo man no. This is 14th February 2024. Ankusiaga Emma presidency nso yeah deputy chief of staff in charge of operations Adumwa on also reply omo asho no beda Ankusiaga eja
ene na abedane ohawi sisi enya no no
nti ya nto bo ma wa na ya fa bo ma
ene kofo kan na anwea mom na omom fam abode osi ne fie wa ya you see as I say yenya nkofo a politics no enye se obesore kasa keke enye by chance no we knew.
Yeah,
it's a strategic work.
So do you think the okay your menti and the man would do
they say MPs no omokra MPP nankasa as from party chairman to general secretary obi am frekra nga say adwento to first no na sa no moye krachi yasem odi bai ebebo party no and embo party no na wo fin say enei ene me bo party ni nyina no say I don't know so many who idea so mo who idea no makata o mani mami yewie ba omia edie me hyehyɛ documents masani ama yen read enu nyansa ne ato enkomo
okay nti
masani ama wo be hu se me mpese be kwa bonti me nyam publishing nti me logo wo
etude yiwe na no ma me na me hwɛ no mu na de wo se enu nti na e ma omulusu na
ade no ufa abontia wo kra na sese nka wo kan waso mo journalist upia abontia abuso obi a omo say na obi ye party adwuma onu owo ho kwan ekoko campaign bo oni ho kwan so oto abane bi mukwa na mache ska masankofo no ni ni paketu abi akoteki decision
ebi ho kra mpo no a enipa no onka party no chairman bi adamfo
no na be ni esiye yesi MMDCs ni koshia onabokan omo 265
yeah
oma obi excuse me omo obia 1500 Ghana cedi
wow
omo MMDC
later na omo so omo endorse
enya position no omo enya position no omo didi wo mu no obi a ono ye delegate no ono enya position bia wo obi wo ho wo ehu 2000 kopem NPP 8 years ne call off ono MMDC na wakodidi no mam Kennedy amano 1500 yes om koshia Brian so am each person 10,000 om koshia Brian baumia so am each person 12,000 enti se delegate mu call mo so no mo ka che om say obi an tua se sika ne bi mo man sa no ma to ba e be mo de
senka mo ntimi o
senka mo ntimi ntini esi mo biem na obi ahwe se MMDC na beji ahwe om ko
na no ko mo call ba mo ya ho yebusa mo so mo anko endorse a ken krapo ofra o mo kekani o mu di nkomo be waje TNT di ko
waje 12,000 wako Brian wako ji 10,000 wako ji 1,500 o ken ho ni o mi ma me ofase ba bi ko gina wo mikro unya one
wow okopempi
kofi manfo etua 5,000 me nso me ko ton masasi bi eda islegon edema no abi etua 500 Ghana for each enti me wie ye no ne me hu se da bi this ha ne ye problem no enu ti na ma me ye documents ne ko ma enti ba o me ade me hwe enema ekoso a enye ne nyina ene ma hyehye documents
okay
ya na party for ne hwe se ne me kan e bi wo ma me nam de ma dwen kan me boade a
omonfa
FT4 nankasa party for
abusia de ko Facebook live the man is here Alex Tete citizen int title Dr. Baumia is destroying the party by biting the hands that fed him citizen Ghana document ni nyama abontene I think I'm the first person me journalist me hwemu ntino ohwemu a ni logo democrat in a shocking twist of political irony. The man once introduced into Ghanaian politics by President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has now taken a path that appears to undermine the very hands that elevated him to national prominence. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, the flag bearer of the new patriotic party, is increasingly being seen as a divisive figure within the party, casting doubts on his loyalty and leadership capacity following the party's humiliating performance in the 2024 elections. Mami misa a question wa yade subuwe nyina ebo Bawumia. It got to a time people were saying say Alan you're saying Kennedy Krampo kan ho bi and a mulusi because I'm a campaign or no him so a grassroots person ya would who shemu abeboa ebinum so ka say mo pamo nkofo bi fi party no mu ebra na ni kwasa mo pam Alan nini group mo pamo wom edumire bi central region yes amanfo over 100 and something up to today yes you ma fi party nyamwa nkasa ena mo ma party ni lusu ye na mo de ebo ba akopɛ kɔbɔ ba omia so wono na wɔyɛ divisive and whatever ena ama papa nso ye hunu wa kotokoto nkofo checha nkofo
ni yiwa no
yima no ansema to aso
we ha dwen o ma mi ka zem cho Kennedy ye campaign o se NPP lusu election in 2022 but NPP lusu election in 2020 na do ma legonfo professors eye research
okay
tie miye na say oh your researcher omo ye research no e de brain no na party no ye
to shift blame for the party's defeat onto President Akufo-Addo and all other party members but himself, despite Akufo-Addo being the architect of Baomia's political career, handpicking him as a running mate and later facilitating his rise, Baomia now appears to be downplaying the former president's contributions, using public statements to discredit his administration in a bid to save face. This is quite surprising because he served as the vice president under the Akufo-Addo administration. Mami Musa Winso. He said it seems this statement is trying to elevate former President Akufo-Addo. Say, oh, he did well. But among Franso Junior said, Nanka was a fair playground. Nadia was so a crocro. And I was a Akufo-Addo and Baumia, just as my chosen son, and so I'm supposed to let him win power. And yeah, DNT. He said, no, yeah, Akufo-Addo, your former president, Free Baumia, was say, ye. Into no free ninsuo mu aba and also nsuo na so wadancha mu amefiri ba o sisika akọ wo nti ada na ye me ba me for this
okay what na say say me the way betwa manza on say if Jesus abreso and ni pastor say ye favor nipa
okay
e bi benya favor e bi nya favor Yesu kodu ba bi na Lazarus o do person what say the whole crew ni na Lazarus one dey would ade ye favor Lazarus ye nyane no ye je o ma aka inti na do nim say Kennedy na man kwa bre Japan ni afoko warning e man to kwanti o no Kennedy de oni na do ye say inti enka Kennedy gina wo ba o mi a okofa ne ba 20 ho ahwan ya 8 ya e ye den nanka o favor ba wo mi a nanka ye mfa na ala o ka che ala say you after me inti e ba ne say na wi onu free mu nanka wo favor we nkwa inti eno de e wo fi adam abreso but e ba wo mi ano na e se onu ankasa nsu hunu se me na na se vito wusumo e koto aba pa wuli mu o ma nwini le ma nwini wo na o mo krokro pa wuli no ka kire nse nyamotre ko akoma to ye na nneoma mu odi e so wonderful to de so what I say anche krana the man they coffee wa Rollins be fire enye bi na esiama ujafu ne wo ye yi wo Kennedy enwi ni wo yi eyi alamo nya na ade akɔhwe wo na ade kɔhwe ho yes an to aso yes yes an for no ambra ko document
na mechiro contradictions on religion and tribal politics. Perhaps more alarming is Dr. Baumia's contradictory stance on tribalism and religion, which are key factors in Ghanaian politics. While he has publicly dismissed their relevance, his actions are the results tell a different story. Why then did he visit churches, shrines, and mosques across across the country if religion plays no part in Ghanaian politics? The man who once challenged Vice President Amisa Arthur with 170 economic questions has now set questions for himself, marked his own script, and absolved himself of all blame. In his bid to deceive Ghanaians, he has started making controversial statements comparing the presidency to the candidacy of a parliamentary aspirant, Reverend Intim Fodjo. This comparison not only trivializes the presidency, but also exposes a deep disconnect with political reality. Ironically, Reverend Intim Fodjo's own seat was heavily contested by Mr. Joseph Kofi Damche, an independent candidate who defected from the NPP and pulled over 10,000 votes. Wow! Significantly cutting into Reverend Fodjo's performance. These facts underscore the dangers of internal disunity and the declining loyalty within the NPP under Bawumia's influence. If the General Secretary, Lawyer Justin Kodua Frimpong, is convinced that tribalism and religion played no role, we challenge him to publicly declare whether these factors featured in the Mike Okwe report on the 2024 elections. Mike Okwe report no wanya bi.
Maybe.
No ni bia we are make ye.
There were my points. But so obviously will be any.
Into no point, no, what was it about?
So obviously will be any bi. Into ye party mra will be any bi.
Okay.
Na report no mo ye reporter. Mo pese party ne lose. Will be a bridi. Into nipa na ewo mu ye se baabi a wo hwe ase no. Ye san kofa wo bi. Mo se ye.
But I also na nkia tena hye ne ma wo. Wo hwe ase a.
Into mo bde ade ne be ba bonten. Na party na fa ho adwom se NDC fo be hu. Na NDC fo ya na ye omso mo wa Abidjan ne ye wo Ghana.
Omo to information ma mo ho da bia.
Ti omo enunu om ho e na omo sere. Te se eye sere kura. Mo se party ne report no en se obi ehu. Baby NPP adu no. Wow.
Enti ma mentwa we ni so me pa mcho munya abotre ma me pa na nkomo no ye pese obi ehunu ye videos bi nso a ye be yi ya NPP form panimfo bi he bra sister Ghana we have a long way to go. Enti na show we wan tie bia wa ha ho wan tie bia but maybe some questions pa nso these issues because me are me kind sa ni statement we are more questions a stark decline in electoral performance and also what happened and Akufu Addo, oh my word, 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 machine here me dey do maybe I no so wajin ho search me now e dey akurani it in some there he's not published these things yet inti yeguso a ya yenso de yensa kabinti no ya brum gumu a nti wo ohia sa document we no ba se ye beton mo se ye be yodo. Under Akufo-Addo's leadership, the NPP secured 20 parliamentary seats in the northern region. Under Bawumia, this number was slashed by half down to just 10 seats. Out of the 40 Muslim candidates fielded by the NPP, only 7 emerged victorious. The situation in Zongo communities was even more disastrous. Despite numerous promises to these communities, the NPP only managed to win a single Zongo community, which is Winneba Zongo. In other words, the Zongo communities which were expected to be a stronghold for Dr. Bawumia overwhelmingly rejected him. Even more damning is the regional rejection of Dr. Bawumia's candidature. Out of Ghana's 16 regions, Dr. Bawumia won support in only his home region. The remaining 15 regions rejected him, his leadership, and as a result, the NPP lost massive votes in these regions. This clearly indicates his lack of national appeal. Wow. Statistical breakdown of the collapse. The NPP lost a staggering 2.1 million votes in the 2024 election. Interestingly, approximately 84% of these votes came from the southern and middle belts of Ghana, which are mostly Akan-dominated constituencies and regions, signaling a tribal backlash. Mami bisa a question with Mr. Tete. Yes, I see a case. No case got to a time na youth organizer or the one a candidate be a chidi and the a jumana was set for ye one so one yet. Wami ati asenso say a dumire bi na NPP party no ho aye time before Ghanaians. Intina dodo no akora anye wadwene se obekoto aba na sika no kora no ade ne ye de koma delegates nkofo kakra bi adi na memforo ka mfiri anko da mango memfiri anko nsuta bonkuru nkoto aba ma NPP wausa medwene se de no kora wo mo promises on be no kora ma anye nti no enya no ne dia ebetimi dia factor na ye dwene se onipa bi na oni appeal before the people and o ma o mulusu ye.
You see, ni Lucy by be na makachi Obama 2020 election in one.
Yeah.
Oma nim say
Atinka
the national
FM.
security report there 5
Yes, national security. Yeah. But we too good. Oma fan serious.
Sir. Me ankasa me de me 5 bars. E chiro koma ba o me campaign manager. Opariansa.
Yeah.
E say nkofo ni bi pese o mokoto aba. Only fuel. Me ameka o. Daba for and na mekans man kan man wo me de to krata so I can give you a copy inti mo de ko se Canada fansa me cars me ma 5 say MPP ni bia wo bus no ma 5 2016 me VIP me you 55 passengers igina circle no me free go me free fuel go me office ni nchen na akwasi e de kwa na ba empty sa yinyan busa se enso ye kan krache no wabofom na ese ba o me sika akodi no eno de matete oparianza campaign manager eho ije de wo inti
na say omo ana bom ho abro
inti afi
and the people around ba me abro na abro nso
inti afi mo de kwose obi se anya hwe kura ye om de efense hwan de pose bi ba na nzenze Kennedy 9% wo ba o me o ye 30 em me refi kakra na now do ye 40 something. Is what I say. Can you free attire? I mean, Canadian Kwane
FM.
We Kitwa Kra Uma only dominate 9% na a year way. It's an another number 60 something. Oh, Baumia number 35. Can you free attire? I'm say, it's I didn't know could be movie. Omra Mamunim say, and near man call for na Omobua mono will be after Mumfi. Into Yenwe we. Ni wie pipa da ye wie pipa ye kitawa na me de kan sama kire party fo na empanifo ne hunu se aden na nsama America wa ha no nti eye ne asiu enya me figure o ne esi ye nti omo capture yes omo capture wo makokwe report ni ma na omo an capture
okay makokwe report nso ne esi empese ye be kan be hunu bi nti se shom comparative analysis with NDC under John Mahama's leadership. He, as a Christian, presented 215 Muslim parliamentary candidates, of which 1411. In contrast, the NPP and the Muslim flag bearer, Dr. Bawumia, represented 40 Muslim candidates and only 7 emerged victorious. Wow. This contrast reflects not only a failure to galvanize the Muslim base, it seems to say the people were against Baumia's candidature, but I say Obian so intiminka because Obiaka say one the darling boy for Nanado, the darling boy for Nanado, Nanansu Jina podium biasoa, give credence to him, say or no na was support no or no wabuano any bebre. And we are giving a lot of information here. Ye bubobo and samso ama ononso ahunu se bia makokwe report no ma kra ede kakra kra yenso no ye hunu bie no e betimi dia mamo 40 Muslim candidates and only 7 made victorious. This contrast reflects not only failure to galvanize the Muslim base but also an inability to broaden his coalition. The reduction of MPs from 137 for the NPP to 88 under the leadership of Dr. Bawumia shows a percentage drop of about 37%, which is a sharp decline in the number of people representing the party in parliament. NDC, on the other hand, was able to increase their number from 137 to a whooping 183 seats in parliament. Wow. Mamenkai, the Kusasi factor and the tribal fallout. The Kusasi people who feel marginalized by Bawumia's perceived favoritism toward his Mamprusi kinsmen are a significant demographic force with larger populations in Bono Tepa. Mankranso Matanawa Dabani Krum Sunkwani Ade, I know that place, and accounting for up to 25% of the Western North region's population. The Kusa says rejection of Dr. Bawumia is a tribal backlash that cannot be ignored. In a calculated move, Dr. Bawumia included Honorable Abdullahi Abanga MP for Binduri in his Thanksgiving tour as a desperate attempt at damage control in the faces of the ethnic fractions. Mamenkai Kendi and Sokakra. The Ken at Japan factor. Babani Chrome was I Kunsuni Adiano, a Hono Coffee Alcoma semi umbe Yukia or Hopa. Ya some kitwa kuku ye kuku crown ya the Kenya Japan factor. Mamen share nonso if you have a point. Dr. Bawumia handling of internal critics like Honorable Kenya Japan also raises concern. If Honorable Kenya Japan trusts could make the party unpopular, perhaps they reflected the truth and were in tune. They were in the war canonenka and I'm not quite so appeared more interested in damage control than reconciliation. The NPP must note that in the age of proliferation of media, propaganda is slowly losing its grip, and honesty is indeed the best policy. Maminfo in Siha, we are almost done. Okay, Bawumia's haunted legacy. I don't know the last page of the book. Dr. Bawumia is now haunted by his own words. His once famous quote, "If the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you," has come back to haunt him. His pre-2016 posts on platforms like Twitter and Facebook have been weaponized against him, serving as reminders of unfulfilled promises and shattered credibility. NPP's devastating loss in 2024 can be traced directly to the failures of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. From tribal divisions, failed promises, to the alienation of core voters and on strategic candidate placements. Dr. Bawumia has led the party to its lowest since NPP first won the presidency under former President John Ajay Kufuor, as he tries to rewrite the narrative. Ghanaians and party faithful must not forget the numbers, because the numbers do not lie.
Atinka FM.
We know idea. Have you presented this book and answer this write-ups to NPP and Kobiao? Okay. Now, okay. Citizen. Okay. My ready say, sir. Edumrabian NPP for ni pardon the parliamentarians so among finance minister, because omo ekoboboa enam no ano na wodi jabe gu onso no wahye wo nyina ase entina amanfo ne bre taxes bi ni ade na wo senka omo hweye no wo mo ani ho asem wachi ene koba wo yi. I'm still on Bawumia's factor. Why should we blame Bawumia? because also research be crab by Akufo-Addo's or no contribute about 60-something% to the loss of the party, and then Bawumia 30-something, and then Ken is 9%.
Figure no mirror figure cry ewo.
Okay.
It's mirror way sa research in the suppose ni ba papa events.
The Okas NDC be winning any
Yeah,
mirror finishing cry.
Atinka
You
FM.
see, Nientia me cancer say. Ni Akufo-Addo ni ekosu nyina no ni ekosu nyina ba onye so.
O me enu nyina.
Me ma example kakra. Cathedral is $58 million. Yes, sir. Second command, President two ni to awon yes well. Utimi ba bonten ka say ye to fu omu 3 days na woni. Are you kidding me? If we free vice president enu mu ba. Wo mra ho ya amra mu tu na woni kanu frata na ska ebedi mu. Na uwie na ya to aba na se we nya. Deɛ na ɛsɛ wɔyɛ ma party no ɛsɛ sɛ fa ne sɛ Akufo-Addo na ne ho ayɛ ɛyi nti da bi wɔn kasa wɔhwɛ trend adeɛ no akɔ na ɛsɛ sɛ wogyina nkyɛn ansa na man polisifoɔ ne wonim sɛ Nana Addo koraa akɔyɛ lawyer ma Kusasi over bɛyɛ 20 years wɔntumi anwini da nti the problem ne wɔ hɔ yɛtete sɛ wona wodi etuo ne adeɛ gu bɔtɔ mu kɔma wo nkɔɔfo
ɛno yɛatesɛm.
we
don't have proof.
Yes. Now, Sani may see now one cast away a strategic person. I was see what you would say, we young woman near. And come Legon Fui, UCC Fui Muniade, Kenwes Fui, no more research the Dendemau, the president. Now, young fat, true fat in the mirror. Cowper Stepo. No one could bear 4 years and not 8 years. Se Ghana fofin se we bibi maya ya na ye befre se no papa no we nim difo enti papa ne nim difo enti aba no Bawumia aha ne ha ye hia no enti ye nto aba ne ma Bawumia the whole party no just say near me one say the whole system region no obi ato abatia NPP na wo ba back Ghana for no pay new face aye calling no na wo ba back say yento abama na wo na wo hodwo na wo yesi wo mra wa wuni mumu nso say unya ne kwaregini.
Okay, Mamenkai research no Musa Dankwa, yes,
yeah, Musa Dankwa.
Executive Director and Head of Research at Global Info Analytics. I'll say former President Nana Akufo-Addo or no chiefly responsible for the party's loss. According to the data, 68% of those surveyed blamed Akufo-Addo for the electoral defeat. Trailing him were Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta with 40%, Vice President Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia 37%, and former Energy Minister and NPP running mate Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh had 33%. Eba Bedru said 32%. Government appointees collectively were cited by 32% of respondents, while members of parliament were held at 26% by 26%. At the bottom of the list was businessman and politician Kennedy Japan, who received the least blame with just 9%. Intino ebana sa na just the Oma Amanyɔkuo no NPP every year Mampani Akufo-Addo with 68% and Ken Ofori-Atta toaso and Bawumia toaso afi Energy Minister Naponso betoaso bi and what transfers near there intino Kennedy na the list ono ye 9% into no blame no cry or no 10% cry into me ye
into FA and then in Ansenya last week and next Tuesday and the week many Bawumia akwa bi okowo wo bi sekan wo KNUST no Kennedy call ho ekoye speech wo your friends say Tescom no
me kaipa
enumere program e wo meet
it was thank you to right
thank you to him enumere program be by this time ena omo yiba chem send mo yiba chem me ne need to show ne so edane ntokwa so o se man kasa Bawumia ye ntro ampa nso papa obi enim se wo ye ntro Ose won ti asese
makasa. But do maybe anko for nso dwen say you might be the vice president but nya niam nyina na ye bema
oh kachi jaja now
finance minister
this is the first time
obi antia obeden
Atinka FM.
finance minister na finance minister ne vice president ma memma baako papa bi oye chief director wa great ewo a road minister of road yes ba omi ani ni school sa krache no na do chro lete say road minister enyinedi ba omi akoka che na do say na on na ye omo finance director chief finance oye not na be kai di na me de bema
okay
ano pe nyina ni di ni kura wo mani ba omi ankasa akoka che ekufa do say we yi sa papa na obe resign
oh wow
nti na do enyina chief director
okay
nti o ka kire me say ba omi enye ubia vice president na ana vice president no dia say vice president
if the president knew I want to tin pay woman
na on the finance minister oben
international sensam no a obeka kire yen yi we na men support we na men mo hwe ni nyina
bo enti na say oyem tro say Ghana fo mu say ba omi onye ne kwara dini na wunya adaje na wo hwe document na ma hye na a dangerous document ba omi ya sami kwan kese NPP and this for koma che ne kura dada eniema akoso a ne nsa wo mu no oye wesadan ubia eso omo peke no
my bottom to head to bottom NPP in somewhere ekoso no my producer am information be that what am yanko ho no ye besa aba de me pese me kire so say mo baba to president ni de awie ansana mako ase honom no do you support that idea
ma ye ho we kura da ho dada buache jako omo na the party no enam your friend say deputy your friend say mami ma wade na hwade na me nchiro say papa yi where's the man we be show phones masanya mo hwenkofo since 1992 hwe phones na kan wa
yeah
ne hunu say enkofo e wo soro no munye nimdifo check
ensna say hofo no
be say o munye nimdifo leaders no
okay 1992 Ajeni Mbuaten Asante region NPP lusuye 1996 Ajeni Mbuaten Asante NPP lost 2000 Dan Boche Eastern region NPP won 2004 Dan Boche general secretary positions Eastern NPP won 2008 Macmenu Asante NPP lost 2012 Sir John general secretary Asante NPP lost 2016 John Boadu Central NPP won 2020 John Boadu Central NPP won 2024 Justin Kodua Asante NPP lost and so it means the decisions almost taking a more party.
Enti omu yi general secretary we free ho a.
Things will
change. Straight away. Party na ya Santefo ne dia. Be ye the moma no mu dia go.
Some of their decisions na mo.
Hwe decision wa ko take. Wa wonim say party na bakwasem. Ade na mo hyehye say yenkoto mfisuro na mpacho. Nyankopon kura ebo wiase so. Ali Shraj. Oka kire me. Baumia nipa no oka kire me say baumia omu be make sure say nyese wenye here say you e te say na me rutu o say omu be wia Kennedy na omu wi omu be
on air
Kennedy boys na buso
on air
there be off air te say na meyi mark here free say me na let
oh
yeah and I was you say and I was say mama ka am cho 1918 something 1840 something ye kwa kono na ntafo nka ho ye mfante achem Asante nti mo munim ne amoka na when it come to say ye ma ye bumfu nye nneoma ye basabasa enye se na ohun nneoma na omo ye wo boko na ama ho ntime nyo no what say kwa what say ye say party Ghana sika wo kwa wo obi esi ho ye yewi what be that what Asante region gold na ho what say ye ko asase ho ema yes sorry the Ghana soldier for ni Ghana police for ekugu order nti sa nneoma na omo ye wo soro ho ɛno na ɔmo de descend aba from bɛyɛ yɛntwe mo sɛ Kennedy ɛna elusu abawi ɛna party for ne kasa ya me kana nka ɔma bi kɔma oyɛ tiasefo oyi obi ɔwɔ ntiase kyɛn obi a odi ɔpa party for nhyɛ dan frɛ no na ɔmo ne nkasa says this name of the Ghana intino onabo
on pebe intino
obetiase
because of Ghana.
I know that man.
So you think that this Baumia man doesn't love
Baumia wonye chen kojokutu unim kojokutu Baumia
nyame ya aduma Saturday on Atinka TV will try best na host to John Boadu per national chairman position.
Woye key prayer omo de ne ba me ankasa me hye document bi ekoma strategic documents ekoma Kennedy offer me be 5:30 no say that documents near solid. I'm saying you unique is a strategy.
And who do you think
John
should be
Boadu,
the secretary?
John Boadu ye chairman ya obi wini me de oma eba for secretary me nyenhu obia efete be oma eba no obi eni ho anim de wani nti me nkari omu nyina me omu wait no isa but John Boadu de chairman ne de
ese no
ni wait ne so se ono ni nipa oba ya oma party no unim ye can track record John Boadu first no 92 na ye ko radio ye rent car John Boadu buy no sesan occupy sika free empenifo bi wo $1 million or the tolanku sesenko a obi an register wo didim chairman fo no untumi na owi a party na went me party office kra wonya bi John Boadu record back no voter region na omusi o e wo mo sisi ye collection ye ko rent car bi voter region omusi party office no yanka voter region yesi party office wo voter omusi John Boadu dom de 1,100,000.
But it got to a time people thought say not John so be yeah huna na offer no crash sometimes cheeky and all that.
Satan so office we no ho office we dey be for me so no ho
the reserve player be at more than
so ono me kra me ni nya ntokwa wo serious because na say amaso no bet me we mama hu say he is the only strategic guy me ka check Kennedy say ohia John Boadu ohia sticker me kra sticker dem ga so on fa ne campaign manager
okay
ohia
but I know sticker is
ena ohia papa ye o kire no chen obai your friend say o de de biare ana me refinity na nka ba o me kra de ne ye ne campaign manager
former
oh that my yeah na me refinity
they are no CEO ma STC ana
aye what ka dia bondi
Atinka FM
mato de ko
o ye correct me ka check kenso onya san nkofo mi nsen ya dambotwe wan bokra me amabo ma de onya san nkofo mi nsen ya straight away obetimi awini
okay ma me share document we na fei ye bebie phone lines na ma nkofo nso
ye nkokɔ no na ye nka nkokɔ na sem ye nkokɔ no
me ba cha mo nko Facebook
na we dia me ba NDC for so me de my advice ma NDC se nkokɔ no mo gro ho ebegu o menum ase
yo
nkokɔ no egu NPP fo enum ase
enti se nkokɔ nketenkete no nya NDC fo na de ba NPP
NPP cry
Emma
ye nwan ponche
there is a document in front of me livestock development now it was part sika akwahye nkrofo to de bepem nne say sika ni nyina yera basa it's tree crop production and somehow kuremo it's mamenka livestock development no na yenhwe nipa watimi achieve sa ade no ya eno bi ne yede ma wo Facebook live no kohwe nkokɔ fuo ya nchinke bedum de bi ni kwa ye ntimi ntonkokɔ emfia mo no nke be rebi as part of efforts to reduce our country's heavy dependency on imported poultry products to meet domestic demands, the ministry facilitated, meaning a Greek ministry, facilitated the procurement of 5.5 million day-old chicks, 24,750 MT of feed, and 16.5 million doses of poultry vaccines for 16 anchor and 500 outgrower farmers to raise broiler chicken for local consumption during Christmas and New Year festivities. The ministry will also support 11,000 vulnerable women with 14 weeks old layer pullets, poultry feed, 11,000 poultry battery cages to increase their incomes for improved livelihood. In the immediate to short term, government will support the urgent rehabilitation of 300 outgrower poultry farms and revamp the Pomazi poultry farm. Na mamen chiro eda ene ebra sa niema we ho nsem eba ye ene bra ye wura yi nso enya adaje akuruchire we nyina a medium term expenditure framework for 2024 to 2027 eno ena ewomuo sa buku mu ena ewo na we no mame musa no ho asem kakra
buku ni free
Republic of Ghana program based budget estimate for 2024 it's a Agric Ministry of Food and Agriculture
and kuko 5.5 million akodi brand champion ho o si obegina for president
ono ne time and asa
ono ne time o kana ayi anya so tuo ma MP na wa bon a yetu ni free so no se oje achi ni enti na we eye 89 page 89
doctor na semi na okay wono se won tie ase
o se enye brand time na eye me time ono ne factory busa brand sa ono ne ho na ewo kwawu no ubetimi hold ni 2 years emo aboka ente se na wutimi manage wo ho a ade na ubedi 2 years pa wutimi manage aban de na weke two additions enti ono na ye 4 years te se ado hetra sa ba ko no de o sa ado hetra di sa na mfre no minister ba ko agoto ohun na no mfemfem nti me frɛ na ado hetra se wono brand de din kan ba ya nka jubri house nko beko wato se ne dia 2 years pa ne yeni ha no so wato wi your friends say Senate any
but we tell him as a businessman
ya enie businessman eniema
we nyina
no 2 years enu 2 years
eniema we nyina nkokɔ no aye hia eni nkosia no na ni nyina
poultry feed
Agric Minister
7,000 tons of poultry feed musansa we kire baby o de on kire say me pesa just on to no amra bonten kire say ampani kra tene kan oboa on kire baby ko enkoko 5.5 million enkoko na wo yi no bi de o gita 56,000 o produce 1,800 crates for every day.
It's mo share Facebook no nkosia no eno na o kan 58,000 chicks no nko 56,000 enkoko no ya wo no o ma abrofo bi be yam o Ghana ni wo no ya professor bi o kira
akɔhwɛ o teacher ni o teacher ni wa so ye businessman teacher ni de nka di hwi not kura egu we so de mana o kire business nso uja mana no aboka nti teacher for do
so we de watimi aye 56,000
as a businessman na hold business kase
and a bind this anema we nyina say Agric Minister nsa ye hunu ba bia nkokɔ ne fa ye feet ni ye hunu ba bia fa ye
kuampo wentimi ahweso ne mfa the whole country wo ye jama wa wo betimi.
Are we serious as a country?
Na me say this is a document and think can some serious. Nya enuhu na mo me cancer papa bi na mo nko 40 ono mo cancer papa. Omo ye rough say you be say adre wo nkruma because you di omachi apeke everything. Why the side mayo? Masa enyo mani bi ho a ye bobo so a wankasa wan we kura wo ba me ye jai show no.
Yeah, Sanya we nyina no aban purchase ye aban ete ho sika to ho budget say ye mfanye. Ena kwabana ne anye because sa nkokɔ ya sem still na yegu so kra nkokɔ
NDC for so mu be kra bi Mahamadi a confirm ba ya so awen confirm ni nyina na o metu ayira NPP for so nkokɔ no omo so de ayira enti me pa achew mon kan cha Agric Minister we me de me hu se wa ben me tie no me di nechi me check ni records o ade no obeye de a omo ko fako for no
Fako for na koye
Italians
teacher ni ne no ya wo to provide a day 1,800 crates of eggs.
Yes.
Entinka sadia Agric Ministry no a project ye no enka Ghana kosuanka o say e one peso
yeah
because say 68,000
one mudi wadi sika no say 56,000
yes
emma 1,800 enti fanse 5.5 million ye kan enti ano no fatam se na hwe say unim create do do a ubenya for the day every day na nkombe de no
can show mboto mu anom de ye gaga but we try best the producer ba na Yane Brian so akasa na watch the side of the story because it is so damning
masa me police documents on one kasa na yembe she no I'm telling you me can track it me mechanic track.
But we have this document. We'll go through there. And it's
baby or didn't second be on the only attempt. Me bring everything on live. Near radio. Omunya ni omo keke kan na so mbere.
He doesn't deserve to.
Only wait, only bosses so gina kra. O men ho kra. With this Ubeden, we were one. I was say, Oba for president.
Wow.
Massa,
I'm trying to be a phone lines. 0240-917282. But your friend, no abonito. Not wako.
No buafu. O se wo abeton party ni no. Omumu say we say something.
Me ba cha fra self free hine.
Awa ini Achampo Junior Ofori.
Say Gado Pusiga nega.
I like the way na won form to say.
Papa me ho ye na won so e.
Then afọ nyina for abato ni adwumapa.
Me da se.
Me kia o pana de so.
Yeah.
Awa ini ye besre media me koto yegu former me party mpanyinfo. Che adiaki bia media houses ni na omo ni assembly omo kabio even government we are ye di o mind tenensa promise bebrebe o ya nhuru ba kukura no ye nka ho atemu agi se party asemu kwa na ye discuss enti ye besire mpanyinfo che omo ntutu nyama ni yie omo papa ya ombe paso ama ye agi aba because 2028 no ewokona haya.
Yes.
Kasafi na ye gari an hufinu mingi ndise ebeboa ewu.
Okay.
Yan kakasafyam wonu mu amogina asefabele ni nyina amogina sefata. Ma ye sei obaku fokwa. Obi anka dia oba obetima ya ma omai Ghana. Na delegate fono amu opom omo no mo tie nsem no na mo ato aba no amaw. Na se wu ko say unua say yentu abamma na we so akogina say nua mingindi say dia su beba na lasa ai executive su ye betro mu amanfo nyina discuss say dia be start wosuru aba form no bebre say omo nya adwe nti omo nsan kwotena chi enkotutu ne maye so omo fi say onu na bebua ya ye mfanko ambua ye so a ye no dada no ma media abai no and I'm a percent 2028 centimeters. So NPP about the Oba, or to me, I'm a Ghana for Niagi. Only a Miagi.
Meda say Gado Pusiga nega Nyamin Shrao 0302 260184 and a 0240 917282. Mabotu Mr. Siao or a dance man. Daddy papa aso papa apa memoajo na menhira nim say wo fi adwuma ba nti pe bibida wa pe bibidi na da aga na nsem de odi akira wanga say aduane ko ntwa bi nhwo no mesi afem 5.5 million day old chicks ehusika kodi 16.5 million doses of poultry vaccines. And who's kakodi? 500 outgrower farmers to raise broiler chicken for local consumption during Christmas. No, my Canada they do. You see, inti bro nyanen kadi and one year bury the chiche no more. It is so sad. It's so sad. My meaning in you kwaku yemfa course and yemfa course be. Yeah, let's Mr. Tete.
Arante.
Miraho as a Ghanaian.
We van Arahu. Hey, any uni.
Because some of us, yeah, Jina Ghana, who pow. But they are now almost the Dakar Sakasium to almost say, yeah, Jina Ghana.
Okay. How's that? I won't come.
My last words, I will say, Brian will get in touch with Brian. We'll get in touch with a lot of the people. Nafi Yahun Koma was say boy. This allegation and I said, where can your allegation? It is in their own book. Well, any Ministry of Food and Agriculture program-based budget estimates for 2024 Republic of Ghana.
Yeah, appointed in 2023. February, yeah, I mixed the date.
I'm kunim budget. This is when you now call.
Me nipa wa ma me bu afukura ye aduma kwikisi no. O se asa me tu mfuturo de gu nkofo ni. Nam se na me ka se me rezi niam ba. Can you stand? Sisi no ona bokura na ama me akwanya. Kire se asem no kan no ama ma drop ya fi Kennedy camp. Enti me wo akwanya ametimi first no bibia ye ntena ntimi kan be sisi me kasa as a civil society. Ti metimi disi wo mrof.
And so because in all this, what I
have time for the document.
Okay, what are you seeking to achieve?
What's it?
In all this, dear now, person one second.
First of all, we need to make one say new Greek minister no.
Yeah.
Odiagra and coconut some be embarrassing.
Because I buy be here, you almost discount.
Yes, intino. So I'm be there. More can kofa abrofono. Na say.
From the Faku another. Faku.
Omu Italy. Italian is about 100 years omuna the whole world.
Yeah.
When it comes to
now share video no one send kosuano egu machine bi so nti omo to a
bi aboa toilet nim mkoko ni bi ni nyina omo ne a efa conveyor belt so
na koni
baby enti Dako farms did 200 years going to me nyadi.
Atinka FM.
Dako farms ye koto ababa ko no lusu ye no. Na koko ngosu ya 1 city o ma so no de call 5 city. Ya to wi na o lusu ye no. Poultry farms na wo local poultry farms no. Wo be ko no ma soja esibu nim.
Sa de heat bebem.
Aboa ne so nanti ebu nim a.
Yeah.
E bon mo jare. Enkoko wo timi ba na obi nkoko wo be ko na me him say me koye my background check. Bakona poultry farm no necessary na koko be 7 na me ka me yemi o mi obi me kona me maame jese ana no jese enkoko no omuto na eto omu bi ni ma didi ni ma ne o de o pepa ho o de fana ma hwe ni ma se ni ma kore papa e di me se o ya we be feli o kosro ba fo mu be feli mesre papa no say senior ni nimde na Ghana fo agina tum no e hon ko ade when it come to Potiphar mo nya na dwen say o che de amankofo nkakra na o ma yen omu nyina obegye nim kwase
medase abusi opani ane ne bo nkomo ye citizen a opani kwankyerefo a woda no eno no ye fe no Alex Tete. He's a brave man, and one thing I like and love about him is he's always with documents. Adiwe ya mekan yi amama boto media mahwem manyenya bia na eyema reho nkunim budget but ya dey ha dwene say education so dey
okay masa omo nya fit jaw omo nya
Atinka FM.
That's all. Omo nya obi asa na ofata bet omo nya hodi
Ghana betimi ayeye. We need a good leader. Enya de obeye nhwe ha. Kwakusa akone di timi yanim. That was me do see a pastor case in on the radio. Me amwa Ghana wate. Me hu ne ma se na me ra ho na no opani bi ofi o so wo ahene udi Ghana echi a obewu. But I want Ghana to be on mind be a mabeba be enjoy. Na yanka se yape ho aye hunu ya sene ye bre etu ka sa pastor K pon ye adi we di woni mo jamu yeah always a teacher the boy if you a teacher you always a teacher it wo no anya pon kwa say woni fo you was how crowd be to ape bi ahwe I was say family no why in chamber we do see pastor K did the team to us you person be o memfa you be good night Prissy baby, Daddy Siao, I love you so much. And then my mama, the sweet mother herself. I said, I'm a domame, domobro, so hey, me. I'm here. Good night.
Ghana, ya sase batana, Yami Shrano da. Wamanu near my penny nala.